Okay, ladies, welcome to the team call tonight. You guys have probably noticed that I suck balls and haven't updated the banner in our team page yet. So I apologize for that. I have a list of all the Success Club points that you guys earned and seriously need to recognize you guys. So that's coming up the pipeline this week. Summit kind of took over there for a little bit. And we're back on here. I'll mute you here. There we go. You're muted. You're good. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're going to do a bit of a summit recap tonight. So we're going to give you the goods. We're going to give you like a few of our favorite takeaways, a few of things that we learned. I want to give you guys tangible things that you can use in your business, not just like the ramp up, like the energy. It was incredible. There were some announcements. I did outline those in the team page for you guys. Some new things coming up, some groups to launch. I will share with you guys. I'm going to be coming up with a calendar that's going to outline the launch dates and the flow, because it can be overwhelming, like what to focus on over the next little while. So I will outline the launch dates, what we're focusing on, and what we're kind of transitioning to, so that we can do that as a team and you're not confused in your business, and then you know exactly what you're posting about. So Summit for me was a huge shift internally, I had a major breakthrough. Josh Coates dropped the mic at the Power of I Am, which was a kind of an event that coaches put together before Summit. He talked in like so much about the things that we do in our businesses. Like, you can take the intensity. If you provide enough intensity with enough consistency over time, he will guarantee you success. But the only thing missing from that equation is knowing your worth, knowing that you are worthy of success. And for me, in that very moment, that hit me in the core. That hit me, dude. That hit me like right in the gut, because that is my limiting belief. So a few of the major things that I took away from Summit. Sorry guys, I'm like all energized up and I have a child that won't go to sleep. Buddy, give me like 25 minutes. You can go do whatever you want right now, okay? Free ticket over here. We'll deal with that one later. Okay, so you're gonna go upstairs and grab your phone or your iPad or something like that? Okay. All right. Okay. So a few tangible things that I want you guys to do to implement in your business. One of these things that is going to help you focus in on your business and realize that you have the potential to be a top coach, to be walking across that stage next year, to be an elite coach. You 100% have the ability to do that. You just have to believe in yourself. So the number one thing that I want you guys to do, and I did this as soon as I got home, this was something that I never did from Summit, was reflect on Summit. What were the takeaways? What were the things that was suggested to do, right? I came home every year and I didn't implement exactly what they were sharing with me. I took a few things, but I mean, I was like, oh, make a list of that, affirmations. I don't need to do that. Hello, life-changing. Writing out a list of where I was 5 years ago compared to now. I wasn't a coach 5 years ago, guys. And writing out a list of where I am today, eye-opening. Number one, guys, thing to do in your business. I was lost. I had no purpose in life 5 years ago. I was exhausted. I was depressed. I had no energy. I was on the verge of divorce. I was actually separated 5 years ago. I was desperately seeking answers. I was overweight from fertility treatments. I was living in a why me mentality. I could go on. I've got a list here and it's really depressing to read it actually. Where I am now, what a life changer to see. One thing that Melanie Mitro said is it's not about all of the achievements that you're going to achieve in your business. It's about becoming who you're becoming on your journey. And realizing that it's so true. I'm a mom now, guys. And 5 years ago, I had no idea how that was going to happen. Failed IVF treatment after failed IVF treatment. And now I'm a mom. I have direction in my life. I am in the best shape ever. My marriage is thriving. I'm traveling. I'm spending time with an epic group of ladies like you guys. And my family's my biggest focus. And I feel like I have purpose in life. And I didn't realize these things before Summit. This was one of the biggest shifts for me in my business over the last 4 or 5 days. And coming home and writing this out is what it took to realize that. So if I can suggest something major, is write your list out first thing tomorrow, or dedicate some time tomorrow that you're going to write your list out, where you were 5 years ago, where you are today. And then on the next page, I want you to write where you want to be in 5 years. And where I want to be doesn't have to be where you want to be. Where you want to be is where you want to be, okay? So that is the number one thing that I did as soon as I got home. The next thing was to write out what your limiting beliefs are, because you're the only person that can squash that. Like, write it out in a page so that you can look at it and you can add to it. Any negative thought that you get in your mind about anything in your life, one thing they stress big time is don't just look at professional, look at personal, because you want to shift your life as well. And when you shift your personal life, the professional stuff will come. That professional side will come. So write out what your limiting beliefs are on one side of the page, and then you contradict that on the other side of the page, so that every day you open this book up and you look at it, you see your limiting beliefs, but you see those daily affirmations and you're reading them to yourself every single day, and you're acting as if. Ask the universe, what are you supposed to be focusing on in your life right now? And write that list out. So I know it sounds cheesy, guys, but I did that as soon as I got home. And the next thing I did, and then I'm going to jump over and someone else can jump in and share a big takeaway if they want, or I can keep going, whatever you guys want me to do, was scheduling my day. How many of you guys, raise your hand, go about your day, and then you're like, oh snap, didn't get any invites in, didn't get my PD done. Time just gets away from you and you have no idea where the time went. I have scheduled my day every single day since we've got back. We haven't been back for a long time, but every single day I've scheduled my day, because I'm the only one that's in control of that. I am the only one that can either be 100% in this business or 0%. It's kind of like taking wood and throwing it on a fire, but not putting it on the fire until the fire started, right? I'm either in or I'm out. I can't expect results when I don't have the skin in the game, right? So writing out my list of my activities for the day, the best part about this, guys, is I have been done work, if I want to be, every night this week. So one of the coaches that got up on the panel, they said, she was like, you guys, I get up, I do my workout, I do my morning affirmations, then it's family time. I'm busy. I'm getting kids ready for school. Nap time, it's game on. My business happens, my messages, my connections, my invites, my PD happens first. Then kids wake up, it's playtime, it's park time, it's lunchtime, nap time in the afternoon, game on, challenger check-in, coach check-in, respond to messages, follow up. After that, boom, phone is away the rest of the night. My business is closed. And to hear that almost gave permission for that. You don't have to hustle 24/7 in this business. You just have to show up every single day and do the hard things consistently, with enough consistency over time and intensity, and you'll get results. So, scheduling your day. Amazing. Amazing. And then on the other side, actually what I did was I just had a notebook, schedule my day, and then I write out my invites so that I can see I invited on Instagram, I invited on Facebook. You can see, guys, the only ones that are highlighted are the only ones that responded. So I get just as many no responses or no's as every other person. I wanted to show that. And actually nobody's responded yesterday from yesterday's either. Just one. So those were the best action items for me to come home and do. I have so much more information I can share, but I want to give someone else an opportunity if they have a big takeaway that they want to share. I know Shauna and Heather had come up with some stuff. So who wants to jump in? Anybody? Nobody? Do I have to pick somebody? Madison, go for it.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I think the biggest takeaway for me was the whole inviting aspect. Before I would just, put up general invites in my story, or just post about my day and expect people to be messaging me and being like, what are you doing? Because at the beginning when I started, it was like that because it was my warm market. And then once my warm market dried up, I was like, oh, like no one's messaging me anymore. So like I started inviting the past 3 days, and it's like I haven't gotten a ton of responses, but I've gotten enough to do well.
But what happened? What happened when you started sending those invites on the way home on Sunday?
Well, I went from Success Club 2 to Success Club 8. Yeah.
Amazing. Good stuff. Okay, Glenda, you next.
So definitely I'm with Madison. Invite. So, I mean, obviously I know I have to invite. You told me it many times, but I don't know. I guess I just needed the energy from Summit, and it just helped push you to do the stuff that you don't want to do. So, oh, and I just told you today, I had my first person join the Glimpse into Coaching ever. Yay. Because I invited. Go figure.
I like the way they said. She messaged me. She's like, "Yay, me!" And I'm like, "Wait a second. Let's just try that one again, okay? A little bit more energy because that's exciting." So, congratulations to you. And sometimes, like, I know I'm with you 100%. It takes seeing and hearing from someone else before you know exactly that's what you're supposed to do. Because even our conversation on the way home, Madison, about you get in your own mind, you're like, well, I don't want to be that girl, right? But you also have something that's kind of amazing that's going to change their life, right? So you want to invite people to that. And if they don't accept that, or if they think that, that's on them. That's not on you, right? You're just sharing something that's pretty amazing. I'd have to say I agree with you, Glenda, that this summit solidified that like more than ever. All right. Who wants to go next? Shelby, Riley, Shauna.
Sorry, my internet's really cutting out.
Pardon?
My internet is like really cutting out, so I don't know if I can't even.
Okay. Yeah, you keep freezing a little bit. That's okay. We'll catch you next time. All right, Shauna, you're next.
I'd say like I really liked Bonnie's speech because I liked the stages of life thing, like how to talk about right now, because I find it like I was going through my posts and I always talk about who I want to be and where I was, but I'm not talking about right now, and I think that would be way more relatable to people. So I'm trying to like write out ideas of like who I am right now as a person and how I can post about that. But like I loved her speech. Like it was so like, well, duh, but like I kind of needed to hear it, you know? I really liked it. I think that was my biggest takeaway for posting anyway.
I agree. Opposed to avatars in your niche market and all that sort of stuff, Bonnie, and I'm going to try and find it on YouTube because it was amazing. Yeah. But it was all about post about the phase of life you're in. Like I had a huge breakdown, guys, at Summit. This, who did I cry to? Heather, I think. Like I said, I can confidently say I'm a mom, and I don't know why that has been something that has been holding me back for so long, just because I didn't birth my child, which sounds so ridiculous. And I know that, and I get that, but it's just so different, right? And I can confidently say that now. And that's the phase of life I'm in and our adoption process. And I finally feel comfortable that I can talk about that, right? And I was with you, Shauna. I was like confused and all over the place. And who am I talking to? I don't even know. But there were some great takeaways from that one. And maybe even, I might even just write out my notes and I'll post them in the team page so that you guys can kind of grab from it. But I'll find that YouTube video. I'm hoping that Scotty Hobbs usually records everything. If you ever want anything from any kind of conference, he's got it. So I'll watch his YouTube for that. Shauna, you had, or Heather posted that you guys had some ideas. Do you want to touch on that quick?
Yep. I have it in my notepad. 1 second. So we were thinking, like for power hours, like Zoom calls throughout the day, like we'll do a poll in our group and see like what works for everyone. But we were thinking like some in the morning for people who like work in the afternoon, and then for people who would rather evening power hours, we could do Zoom calls then too. and to be there like 4 days a week to show that you're actually like wanting to do this and succeed in this business. What else were we thinking? We had ideas to restart our coaching sneak peek, but you already did that, so you're on it. And we need a challenge group name still, so we can start talking about it. Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie's the queen of new challenge group names. You come up with it, and then Autumn's probably going to steal it.
We're thinking like something strong is the new sexy, or something about being strong, and like I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like for Lift 4, so do something.
Jacked for July.
Pardon?
Jacked for July.
Jacked for July. Nice. I like it. We'll throw that up in the group, and then everybody can kind of comment and see what we come up with. I'll write that down. Jacked for July.
But like, would everyone like a power hour all the time, like posted in the group? Like, would that be helpful?
Mm-hmm.
I thought so too.
Doing it together. I think so too. And I like that everybody's posting their accountability, because that was one thing that was stressed big time at Summit as well, was about the accountability, doing it together, working with the working, and that sort of stuff, because it's, time is so, you got to protect your time, right? So we want to make sure that we're helping everybody that's meeting us halfway in this business, right? So I like that idea as well. So Shelby, did you have anything that you wanted to add in?
My thing was like a lot about the scheduling too, because I would like struggle where I would like take the entire night to do things I could probably do in like a few or like an hour if I just sat down and like actually focused on that. So one of my big things was the scheduling. Another kind of small thing I liked was the idea of like naming our like looking for coaches a thing. So like I know they mentioned like they're looking for their summer hustlers, and that's how they'd advertise coaching for that month.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too. That was really smart. So on their Instagram stories and in their posts and stuff, they would do like, so for example, she had been a coach for 8 years. So like in February, she was looking for her grade 8, and she would kind of like how we do with challenge groups, have like a shot of a notebook, and you'd be writing down names, but it was for coaching. So you're looking for your grade 8, or you're looking for your, you come up with a name of your next group of coaches that you're looking to mentor. And I really liked that idea too. I completely forgot about that as well. I'm just looking through my notes quick to see if there was anything else that really kind of stood out. We did do a personality test, which was really, really cool. And it was like dead on. And can I tell you guys, I never should have told Chris about this personality test, because now his response to everything is, you're such a circle. Like today, I called him about something. He's like, can you just stop with being a circle? And I'm like, well, I don't know how a square starts, or a circle starts to become a square. And he's like, it can't. So that was kind of fun.
Hashtag squares rock.
I know. It was dead on too. That was awesome. I think that was pretty much it, guys. I think that the main focus that I got around this was the fact that like the vital behaviors are the vital behaviors, whether you're a brand new coach or you are a 15-star diamond coach. Everybody's doing the same thing straight across the board, and it's just how much you do it, how often you do it, your focus in your affirmations, and shifting your thought process, and becoming crystal clear on why you're doing things, why you want this business to work for you, what your end goal is. So yeah, any questions?
Another thing that we said, which you just started doing again, was going live in our new groups, even our VIP group too, because we like completely stopped.
I know, and yeah, like so one of the things was it's so easy to just take your PD from the day and go live in the groups and just drop some nuggets in there. So and I love that. I don't know why I ever stopped that either, because I love pouring into them as well. So feel free, anybody, jump in the challenge groups, go live, share a little move, share something about form, anything you want to do. Yep, go ahead, Shauna.
Heather just said, ask Michelle to unmute me. I can't talk. I'm on my phone.
Oh, I didn't know that was her. There.
I didn't know either.
You're unmuted, Heather.
Yay! I've been wanting to talk for 10 minutes.
I didn't even know who that
Oh,
was down
goodness.
there.
I didn't either.
I was like, hopefully Shauna picks up her phone. Somebody pick up their phone. I'm trying to talk. Okay, I'm literally in the parking lot of my grade 8 graduation. People are all staring at me, but I didn't want to miss this call.
Aww.
So I am sitting here in my sweaty ass dress, and I just want to share some takeaways if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, first thing is a lot of you probably didn't know this because this was like a last minute thing for me. I bought my summit ticket right after last year, and I didn't know if it was going to be feasible for me to go because June's a very terrible time as a teacher to go, like really bad. I got denied my time off, and I chose to just go anyway, and I called in sick both days. And I realized that when I did that, that I made a decision that my business was just as important as so many other things. And that process for me was so much. Like, I feel like I was such an excuse girl for so long. And I literally said, okay, I hope there's no children around. I literally said, fuck my excuses. I don't give a shit if I miss school. I don't give a shit. Like, I literally, guys, didn't even post pictures for 3 days because I was so afraid of work or finding out, but it was that important for me to be there. And it was not my first summit. So if that means anything to anyone about going next year, please make sure you do it. It's so, so, so important. I can't even, last year was such a huge moment for me in terms of, I felt like Shauna and I both left because Shauna was my roomie. I felt like we both left saying, like, we don't give a crap about what other people think. That was our big takeaway. And this, my big takeaway was, I am not operating my business as a coach and inviting as a coach. I am operating my business as, I consider it a volume business. It is not being operated currently as a coach who's wanting to expand her business. And that was my biggest takeaway. I mean, that falls in so many facets, but I literally, I don't even think I've ever shared this with anyone. I literally came home and I already had 6 coaches who've been asking about coaching, and I've just been putting it off because I'm not confident enough in myself and what I'm doing and what I offer. And then when I left Summit, I messaged them right away because I was like, what the hell? What am I doing? I could already be diamond by now. And I'm just sitting here trying to and ah over my own self. So I got over my damn self and I messaged them, and all of them are in the Glimpse of Coaching, all of them. And I thought, if I would have done that 6 months ago, like, I would have been going to Summit as a dynamic coach. What the hell's the matter with me? So that was a big one, is just learning to be a coach. And if I want to run my business, then I have to operate like it is a business, because I'm not operating that way right now. And so that was my biggest takeaway, but also the scheduling. I had to just change my whole schedule. I turned to Shauna and Michelle during Summit and I said, like, I am not operating with a schedule that's allowing me to succeed right now. I was working out at 6 a.m. versus doing my business in the morning and my workouts in the afternoon. And I already run a really tight schedule, but it just has to work. And those are just those were, I guess, were my biggest 3. But I was almost not going to go to Summit, guys. Like, I can't even explain it to you. I was having like an anxiety attack the day before because I've never called in sick for work ever in my life and not been sick. I just don't do that. I'm not that type of person. But I was sitting there looking at myself as I was debating packing my bag, and I literally said, this is a bullshit excuse. This is a bullshit excuse, just like I can't afford it, just like I don't know if I should go. I was like, no, you're doing this. And I wouldn't allow myself otherwise. I literally cried on my way to Summit because I was so afraid people were going to find out and I was going to get in trouble with my job. And I just said, no, like, you're not doing this. And I think like that alone was a moment for me that it was like, no, you need to do this. This is where you need to be. And it was almost like kicking my very last excuse that I had left in my head. So after that, it was balls to wall. Like, literally, Maddie and I did a power hour the other day, and I did 56 invites in a day. Woo! And I had responses from almost every single one. And whether it was good or bad, I didn't really give a shit. As long as they answered, I felt like that was a pretty good success. So I'm feeling like I got my spark back, so that's a good thing. But anyway, if anyone didn't go to Summit this year, you need to go next year. You need to go if you're serious about wanting to feel the feels. But anyway, that's my message.
I love that, Heather. I was so excited that you came, and it was like proof that if anybody really wants to be there, like, they can be there, right? So thank you for sharing all of your takeaways. I just stumbled across, we'll leave you guys with one more thing. I did hire Josh Coates as my push coach. I did join his group, so I will let you guys know how that all unfolds. I'll go through it first, and then if I think that it's super amazing, I'll let you guys know, and you guys can sign up for his next one. Two things. Another big moment that happens at Summit is when you see other people have major shifts. And I have to say, watching Lori and Glenda this summit was amazing. Like, there were so many times that I looked over and they had tears in their eyes, and you could see the shift that was happening and the belief that was developing. And I think that it's more the confidence that starts to pour into you, and you didn't have it going to Summit, but you come at a Summit with like this confidence in yourself. And it's almost like you go there and they give you permission to be yourself and share your happiness and everything that, is going good in your life, right? And so Josh Coates talked a lot about this quote, and it'll bring me to tears every single time that I read it, and I handed it to Chris to read it. But if you don't have kids, if you have fur babies, if you have a husband or a partner or whatever you have, insert whatever is in your life, but even use yourself in this. But so I may not know my worth, but I know the worth of my kids and my husband's worth. Right? So at the end of the day, what are you fighting for in this business? That's the thing to kind of keep reminding of yourself as you go forward and you do the hard shit every single day. We're doing it right beside you guys. So anyone have any questions or anything else that they want to leave the team call with tonight? Not particularly? Well, I'm going to snap a pic. So, because this is the part I always forget to do, and then I don't have an Instagram post. So everybody smile. There we go. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on tonight. Madison has chatted with Coach, and she's lining us up a guest speaker. We're going to be chatting about that in our team page as well. Oh,
I want to shout out Shelby. She signed up for first coach today.
Yay, Shelby!
Okay, I'm done.
All right, ladies, have a great night.